Yo, what's up guys? So I just made it to 23 wins on my mini account and decided to start recording some games just to see how far up we can get in this global tournament. I'm hoping to get 30 wins, but it's kind of a stretch seeing as I haven't gotten to 30 wins in about a year. I think it was like April of like last year where I got my first top 100. Well, I didn't even think I got top 100, but I still got the emote, which was pretty nice because people getting banned. So yeah, I'm really hoping I can like kind of come back, get unwashed in this global tourney, since I haven't really done too good in the past couple. Also, this is like a horrible matchup to start off. It's gonna be a giant graveyard, so we pretty much have to win it off of this xbow since he doesn't have like giant cycle. So hopefully we get like a lot of damage here. I'm just gonna log his dark burns and hopefully it doesn't charge my xbow. Alright, nice. So it's gonna be a good log. I do want to keep defending the xbow, just because this is probably like the only lock we can get in the game, like in the whole game. Since if he defends well now, like especially in double and triple, there's pretty much no way we get a lock. So this matchup, you kind of have to win it in single, which I guess we did get like a ton of damage on his right tower, so we're in a pretty good spot, I would say, since he barely got any damage on either tower. If he goes giant, I'm gonna expo, because he's gonna Archer Queen, but he's gonna use the ability, so I'm still gonna get some damage out of this expo. Alright, yeah, that's pretty good, I think, because I can still defend pretty easily since he doesn't have enough to go like graveyard and arrows, I don't think. And Skeleton Army with the bridge is kind of weird. So I'm just gonna go archers to DPS the giant. He can't like go arrows and then have enough to graveyard as well. So yeah, that ends up working out for us pretty well. He barely gets any damage on the right side. And entering double elixir now. I think this is like 3 or 4 fireballs. Maybe like 3 fireballs and 2 logs to take his right towers right now. So I might just start spell cycling, since he can like get a lot of damage off of like one push if we're not careful. So I'd rather just like have this be a clean 3-minute game without having to drag it on, and give him opportunities to go in for really big giant graveyard pushes. Okay, he's gonna go opposite lane. Probably smart because I cycle my archers, which are like the best counter to his graveyard. So he will get a decent amount of damage, but I think it's not gonna matter since we already have his tower down to 600 HP. Okay, I think he's gonna try to go opposite though, so I'm just gonna expo. Then if he giants, I'm gonna pull it away from my... Yeah, I'm gonna pull it away from my expo with the Tesla, and it should make it like walk out of range. Yeah, that was a bad graveyard. He's not gonna have anything for my expo. It's a good Tesla placement, like if you're in a kind of a bad situation, like we were there. Like he was gonna go in for a really big push, but we just managed to sneak the lock. Okay, so we got a game against Gabby Manu, and probably just gonna start off with a log, but I'm not gonna play immediately in case he has a log bait deck or something. I usually like to wait like a few seconds before cycling my log. Okay, cage. Hopefully not like real hogs, real recruits, since that's a pretty annoying matchup, I would say. But okay, he has bats, so I have no idea what it's gonna be. I don't know why he gives the good game though. Unless this is like RG Earthquake or something. So Queen. Yeah, I really don't know what deck he's gonna be running yet. I'm leaning towards Royal Hogs though, just because of the Archer Queen. But we'll have to see. Oh yeah, they're the Royal Hogs. So I'm gonna go Tesla up high to pull those back. And then up to skeletons just to make sure we don't take too much damage on the left side. So if he has like EQ, then it's still my matchup after the Earthquake got a really big nerf. But I don't even know if he's gonna be running Earthquake, since maybe Fireball is the better option now. But I haven't faced too many like Royal Hogs decks after the Earthquake got nerfed. So I'm not sure if people are like switching big spells. He's in a cannon cart, so it's kind of an off-meta variant of this deck. But we can snipe that easily with our archers and then just go log. Don't want it to cross the bridge, have any chance of locking on tower. So I have my Tesla. Yeah, I'm making a Tesla pie. If they are Archer Queen like that, then you want a Tesla really early because it's gonna force them to use the ability. And the Tesla's just gonna pop back up and end up killing the queen. So it's like a good counter to it. Instead of waiting for it to cross the bridge, I want to like bait their ability out as early as possible. So if he has EQ, he's definitely gonna play it now on my Tesla, but yeah, so maybe he already played Fireball actually, I don't even remember. Should we use the ability pretty early? Won't have it on offense, so I'm just gonna log that kind of into my Tesla. Don't want to take any hits on tower. That's just defensive expo. He's gonna kill his cannon cart and just like DPS. You don't have to play stuff into it, so I think it's a decent play. So we'll go archers and then knight. He does fireball though, not even hitting tower, which is interesting. And this match is probably just gonna end up being spell cycle, since if we both play well, it's like impossible to get damage besides fireball and log. So let's just go with skellies, make him use the ability. No fireball defense. I think I'm gonna knight too. Probably didn't need it, but I wasn't sure my xbow was gonna finish off his queen. Okay, I don't know why he went cannon cart. That was pretty much a waste, since I already had a defensive expo up. So just like completely dies to that. Then I'm gonna go defensive expo just to help DPS that goblin brawler, and just to bait out his fireball on the other side. So we are in the damage lead, which is nice. Also, rest in peace the Electro Spirit. I was gonna keep like log cycling whenever I can, just so we can maintain our damage lead. And he's spamming us with cannon cart. Don't really know why, because like, we have our 9 hand, which is an easy counter. So this guy's not really playing that well in my opinion. He's like spamming stuff randomly. So let's go archers. He might go raw hogs in the middle. And I just want to like split them, so that he can't hit everything with the fireball. And queen's gonna die. Yeah, we're in triple, in like a really good spot right now. So I think there's no way we lose this. I'm gonna try to get back to a second log, just so we can kill his cannon cart before it crosses. So I'm not gonna have to deal with it. And yeah, he cycles queen and back. We have like so many buildings on the map right now. He's gonna do that. I think I'm just gonna fireball the queen and those 2 raw hogs. I think it's the most worth it. So let's go archers. Actually, I'm gonna fireball just to ensure those. Wait, am I like lagging or something? That was kind of weird. Okay, I'm just gonna go log skellies. Have my fireball in hand for his next raw hogs. So let's hope that he doesn't get like some RNG shots. My tower hopefully targets them. Yeah, we should be fine. I'm just gonna go skelly so I can cycle back to my fireball. And yeah, I think this is Expo's matchup, because if I defend perfectly, then he can't really get damage. And I can get damage off of fireball logs like faster than he can, because we have a quicker cycle. So I think it's a tiny bit in Expo's favor, but yeah. Alright, so I put us at 25-2, so hopefully we can keep up the win streak here. And gonna be facing this Japanese player, I think. And see if he does any crazy starting plays. Princess and back. Let's go Expo opposite, since if it's like log bait rocket, he might not have his rocket in hand. So it's gonna be rascals. Maybe we get some damage here, since he's definitely not gonna have like too much elixir. But I'm just hoping his princess dies. Yeah, okay, that's pretty good. Since our Expo kills his princess, then it also locks on his right tower for a few hundred damage. And I think, do we have Expo now? I think it's gonna be probably decent, since he might have to rocket, since he doesn't have rascals in cycle. Okay, he's gonna do that. I was hoping we could just bait out a rocket on low elixir, and he wouldn't have enough to like play a card, like a ground card to tank, so it would get us a couple hundred damage. But he just ended up going with a pretty good Prince Dark Goblin, which is gonna finish off our Expo really easily, and are in a few hundred damage in the lead. He's gonna princess that bridge and then try to like predict my archers with the guards, but we put them enough to the side so that didn't really do anything. So this matchup, I think I want to play a lot of defensive expos, Like against classic log bait, you don't want a defensive expo because they can rocket cycle you. But this variant of bait, it has like a slower cycle. So if you defensive expo and then they rocket tower, then it's like not a good play for them. Since you can cycle back to another offensive expo and then just pretty much win the game. So he's in a dark element to snipe. So I want archers up high. Just to get that off the map, and then we'll go to late night. Finish off those rascals. Alright, yeah, that was a solid defense. So going into double now, I think this is where we start setting up with defensive expos. Gonna go log and E-Spirit. I'm gonna expo here. He might try to princess that bridge. Yeah, I kind of knew he would try to do that. So I wanted to like defensive expo a tiny bit early. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. You're not really supposed to do that if you're not running like classic bait. These heavier bait decks, it's not a good play to rocket tower because look, he's not really going to be able to defend this, I feel like, without rocket. Because I can go log on his rascals. It's fine if you use your log offensively in this matchup. In fact, it's kind of what you're supposed to do. You can sometimes take damage from the barrel and then just use it to log. You save your log for the rascals. I'm gonna go expo opposite actually, since he has to deal with both sides. And yeah, he went Princess 0 elixir, so he has nothing for this expo on the left. I'm gonna go fireball on his princess. And kind of just like ignore the goblin barrel, doesn't really matter. Maybe he predict his dark goblin. Ooh, never mind, he played it on the other side. So we don't end up predicting it, but we have his tower down so low that at this point we just have to like get 2 more fireballs down. And maybe 1 more log after. And we should have this win secured. So I'm gonna go with fireball number 1. And of course he's gonna start spamming us right now. I might have to I'm gonna go log on defense. Actually I should have went log so I can hit the tower as well. So it's kind of a mistake, but it shouldn't matter. We can just cycle back 1 more time. And log finishes off the game. So yeah, I don't even think this matchup's like, it's not too good, but it's not too bad either. It's kind of like a 50-50-ish, I would say. They play it well. Okay, so we found a game against Skarmy 3 Elixir. My man is speaking facts. But just go ahead and skeletons in the back to start off. He's gonna have bats, which is not a card I like to see, since it's often used in that one giant graveyard deck, but luckily for us, it's not what it's gonna be. Some random Golden Knight cycle deck. It might just be like minor cycle, to be honest, since I do know I faced Surgical Goblin once and he was using this like kind of weird minor cycle deck with a Golden Knight. And I've seen like some other people use it. So yeah, I don't know if this is gonna be like a good matchup or not, because he probably has poison, if I know the deck correctly. And I do think poison is easier than fireball to face when you're using expo, just because poison doesn't kill archers immediately, whereas fireball just like kills them immediately. So, you know, it's not gonna get as much value. He's gonna go Golden Knight. So this is actually good for us, I think, because we can probably outcycle his Golden Knight on our next expo, since we should be like 2 cards off, I believe. Yeah, so E-Spirit skeletons, and we're back to another expo. So he's gonna cycle his bats and skeletons, so it should be 2 cards off from a Golden Knight. Yeah, actually that bat is really annoying. I have to go Tesla just to make sure that one bat doesn't get a ton of damage on our right tower. But yeah, we're still down some damage. I guess it is good that we're going opposite lane though in this type of matchup. So I'm just gonna expo to like pull that delivery and go knight, just to make sure he can't Tesla on the other side of the expo. And there's the poison, so I'm gonna go archers up high just to help against this Golden Knight. We actually kill it fast enough so that he doesn't get his miner down in time, which is gonna get us like a ton of damage on his left tower. So I'm gonna go in again. And I feel like he spent a lot of elixir there, so we might be able to take advantage of that and get some damage out of this expo. I'm gonna go fireball on this Golden Knight, just help kill it as quickly as possible. Then we'll go ahead and scale these. Doesn't really work out since he goes log at the same time. We have his tower down like really low, I think we're gonna be able to win this pretty easily at this point. So let's just pre-cycle Tesla Pie and then go knight to back. Do end up catching his miner, which is nice. I don't know if it's like good to start spell cycling or not. Don't really feel like we need to, since like we have a comfortable damage lead. So we just keep going offensive just to bait out his poisons and like stall the game. Oh shoot, the golden knight. Actually that dash is kind of insane. Oh, well that's the game. I don't know why he went poison on the left side, because now there's no way he can defend the right tower. Yeah, he's gonna give up. Honestly, if he didn't poison over there really aggressive on my left tower, he actually would have had a chance of winning, since we made a mistake on defense by letting his golden knight dash to our tower. So we're going for 28 wins now, and our opponent here is going to be Dominator. I'm actually pretty surprised we haven't lost a match since 23 wins or so. Alright, I don't know why like he went cage behind his tower. I guess just to activate king, which I suppose is a smart play, but he doesn't know we're using xbow, so his king activation doesn't really matter when we're using a deck like xbow, since our win condition literally doesn't even cross the bridge. But yeah, I'm just gonna go Skellies, I think, for that brawler. He probably has Lava Hound, to be honest, with the cage and the flying machine. Alright, nice. So this is a good matchup for me, unless he has like a balloon or something, but I highly doubt it. With the cage, you usually don't see balloon and a goblin cage in the same lava deck. He must have arrows, right? Since he's playing like this flying machine, E-drag. I would assume he needs arrows, but he probably won't have enough to play them right away. Ooh, okay, just gotta try to get a really nice fire roll off on defense. Hopefully it hits everything. Oh dang, that was actually pretty satisfying. Not gonna lie. So we barely take any damage on the right tower. And in this type of matchup, you pretty much just have to survive single. And after that, it should be like smooth sailing, I guess, since you can pretty much just pressure them constantly, and they're gonna have a tough time defending. So let's see what he does after this cage. Oh, he has Valk as well. Yeah, so that actually will make things a little bit more tricky, since he has multiple ground tanks for our expo with the cage and the Valk. So he's gonna take some damage on the left side, since he's supposed to deal with my archers. And then if he does play something on them, then I can expo for sure, since he'll be on low elixir. Yeah, I'm gonna go expo same lane. And I'm gonna Tesla because he might go E-drag. Oh, never mind. He actually went Lava Hound at the same time, which is probably better for me, to be honest. I was only placing my Tesla there in case he decided to go Electro Dragon. It would just get DPS down immediately. So just have to make sure we defend this last push, and we should be able to win it as long as we don't choke here. It's gonna be not the easiest defense though. Then I'm gonna go archers like right on top of his flying machine, just so we can get it off the map before he has enough time to arrows. And it looks like it does end up working. He did somehow miss one of my archers with the arrows. I don't know how that happened. Like the arrows have a fairly large radius, so it's you have to be pretty bad to miss them. But yeah, it looks like he gave up. As I said, this matchup's usually pretty good, as long as you don't get totally clapped in single elixir, which luckily we were not. Okay, so unfortunately I'm 28-4 now, because I just lost 2 games against the same guy. And he was using Giant Graveyard, which of course is one of the worst matchups for Expo. So I pretty much got clapped instantly both games and just like gave up. So there's really not, I know a lot of people like want me to show my losses, but I don't mind showing losses if it's like a close game. But in that case, it wasn't even like really worth showing the games, since I literally could not do anything better in the matchup. It's just like you're either gonna win it in single if you starting hand them, which I tried to go Expo first play. I already knew what he was using, since you know like the guy Emix, he finished like top 10 in the world last season. So I already knew he had Giant Graveyard. I tried to Expo first play him both games, but it didn't work out, and there wasn't really anything I could do afterwards because the matchup's really bad. And then he's also like one of the best one tricks of that deck. But yeah, let's just like focus on this game now. Gonna be facing Golem. So I don't know if this is like a bad matchup or not. I know a lot of people think Golem hard counters xbow, but after the Nightwitch nerf, it's really not as bad as you would think. And just when they have cards like Golden Knight and Skeleton King, which can be like kind of aids to play against. Let's see what he does. He goes Tombstone. I don't know if we can like expo into his Tombstone because he's just gonna be able to lightning barbell it or something. So I figure our expo wouldn't really get that much value, so we're just gonna pre-plant Tesla on defense. And normally when they play a 4 elixir card, you want to go expo opposite, since they wouldn't have enough for Golem. But in this case, he had a Tombstone up, so I wouldn't have been able to catch him with low elixir. He would just have enough to play his Golem by the time the Tombstone died. So I'm gonna go Fireball Log immediately on the Nightwitch, just so we can kill it right away. And allow my Knight Archer to DPS his Golem. And I think we can set up for an offensive expo. But I'm gonna do it on the other side. Because I was assuming he can play something on the Knight. Just help kill it across the bridge. And there's the lightning. We should still get some extra damage. Because the expo is gonna retarget onto the tower. So not bad. I'm gonna go archers, then just expo immediately because he might Skelly King. Alright, I'm gonna try to log that out of range. Actually, that was really bad. Yeah, it's not like... Yeah, that was a bad log. Wouldn't have pushed it out of range unless it was like a few tiles lower. It's like kind of a mistake on our end. But I don't think it's gonna be too punishable. I'm just gonna Knight like right on top of his Nightwitch. So that it keeps my archers alive, and then just go expo right away. He doesn't have a Golem in hand. Let's see if he does. I don't want to Tesla him because he's probably not landing this. Should rather just save my elixir. And yeah, it's gonna about even out the damage on both of our towers. Which this is like, I feel like in triple it's gonna be hard because he can lightning cycle us, and it's gonna do like a more damage than our Fireball Log. And it's kind of difficult for us to spell cycle while he's going in for these really massive pushes. So let's just go archers. I want to try to cycle back to another set of them, if possible. He's gonna baby drag. Probably tornadoes these in. Yeah, that's fine. I think I'm gonna just try to cycle back to my archers here if it's baby drag. Go Skeleton King. Yeah, his expo is dead. But I think we still need to keep going opposite lane maybe. Just to see if we can... now he's gonna Golem again. I just have to focus on defending then. Because if we went expo, we wouldn't do anything. He would just lightning my expo and my Tesla. Okay, I'm gonna Fireball now. Yeah, this is gonna be really hard in triple, but we need to try to win off this spell cycle. So I'm just gonna go Electric Spirit for all those Nightwitch bats and everything. And I think he's already back to Golem. Let's go expo opposite lane. Oh, he went Skelly King. And then Golem at the other side. So I don't want to Tesla right away because he's gonna try to lightning my expo and the Tesla maybe. Okay, no, we're lighting this tower, so I can Tesla right now in the middle. Don't really have to play that high. I'm just gonna Fireball that side. Oh, he let my expo lock. Okay, I'm actually gonna like hard defend this with my life. Just to try to bait out his lightning or something. Alright, let's go. He had to lightning the other side. Which means he can't get tower damage out of it. So we're just gonna go Knight up high so we can like NATO it in. And get his baby dragon to splash. Let's go Fireball Log. Even if he got his lightning down, it would not do enough damage. So there we go. Beating what I would say is not too easy of a matchup. Since he does have the Skeleton King, which is another really good tank against our expo. And then just a lightning Golem, he always like has a good answer in hand, I feel like. So yeah, really glad I was able to get that win. Okay, I'm just gonna go for one more game here and pray we get a decent matchup to clutch the 30 wins, since we only have 1 life left. So this is like a really important game to win. So we're gonna be against Floppy. This guy's like a German streamer. He usually runs Golem, which I hope is not the case since it's kind of an annoying matchup. Yeah, he's a bomber. This is definitely some sort of Golem deck. That's like all I've ever seen him play. It's a Tombstone. I think this is gonna be like a similar deck as the last guy we played actually, which we did end up winning it, I guess. So possibly having a glimmer of hope. Okay, night witch. Yeah, we'll just set up with the Tesla. I didn't want Tesla immediately, since if you just like saved up for lightning, then it would have been like a little bit tricky to defend. And go night on top of his night witch just so we can kill it before it spawns a ton of bats. And then that skeleton king doesn't really do anything for him, so I don't like know why he spammed it at the bridge for no reason. And I'm debating going for an xbow, but low-key I'm afraid that he has e-barbs or something. Okay, never mind, I'm gonna go xbow now since he uses bomber. So I just wanna like see what he does, like if he has anything to deal with this. So baby dragon, I probably should have logged the tombstone just to give my xbow some more damage on tower, but didn't know if that'd be an overcommit since it is like a lot of elixir. So I'm just gonna like knight the bridge, gonna take some shots from the baby dragon and hopefully bait out a response. So yeah, I have to waste the skeleton king, which is all I really wanted from that. And then I can just go split archers in the middle here to deal with that. And entering double now, so at least we didn't get screwed over in a single. Alright, he's gonna golem. I don't know why, I think he expected my archers to die, because like that wasn't a really good golem since I already had like archers on the map that are just helping to DPS it down really quickly. But he probably thought they were gonna die. So I'm gonna go knight up high. He's gonna nail this in for sure. So yeah, this is a really good knight. He's gonna like protect my archers. And then I think I'm gonna go xbow right now. So we do have 2 archers up. I'm gonna go log into tombstone this time. Hopefully it dies. Okay, he's gonna skeleton king anyways. And probably just go lightning on this late. Maybe he won't lightning actually because... Oh, he does. Yeah, that was like a questionable lightning because my xbow was almost dead. He's gonna night witch on the night because he didn't have skeleton king in cycle. So that was a really good xbow. And we can log the night witch back in the tombstone. Alright, yeah, we just had to like hard defend this. Make sure we can get as much damage as possible. Yeah, it's really nice. Alright, I think we can win now as long as we don't screw up on defense. We just have to focus on not letting him get like a really valuable lightnings off that let him get like a golem to tower. But yeah, that was the damage we needed. Yeah, this is gonna be not easy though, especially in triple elixir when you can lightning everything. So now it's back. This is probably a bait, but I'm gonna fireball anyways just to get some tower damage. So I feel like we can defend anyways without having another fireball. I like to Tesla off to the side sometimes, just so we can help DPS the support down without having to worry about the golem. So we're down about 6 elixir, so this is not going to be easy. But I'm going to cycle my archers first, just so we can try to get back to another set of them by the time he tornadoes them in with the baby dragon. And I think I have to cycle 2 Teslas as well, since he's most likely going to try to lightning. But there's the lightning. He actually misses the tower though, which is probably good for me. Okay, let's go to night. Try to get like a really good fireball off, I guess, on everything. Let's go fireball right now. Hopefully we don't die. Yeah, I think we're fine. We're just gonna go east. Oh, the baby dragon actually get a lot of damage. He's on lightning too. Oh jeez, he spammed me everything. Yeah, that was not ideal. Oh shoot, that skeleton king ability is actually gonna get... Yeah, that was kind of insane. I think he got a few skeleton hits off of that. So I'm just gonna go Tesla up high and go archers low. I think I'm gonna fireball on defense as well, because we can still cycle back to another fireball in this amount of time, like really easily. And I'm pretty sure he can't get back to lightning. So let's have like 2 cards, 3 cards. Yeah, I need to cycle 1 more card to get back. Yeah, there's no way he has enough to play 6 elixir. Alright, yeah, that's GG. It's a really close game actually. This guy's a really good Golem player. So I'm kind of surprised I was able to win that. But luckily we clutched the 30 wins, which is, I guess, the goal of the video. So we're gonna end it there. Here we go, 30-4. So I'll probably like play like the remaining matches like a little bit later. I'm kind of tired right now. I just want like a break. I just played about 30 games straight. So yeah, hopefully you guys enjoyed the video and peace out.